Alright. Hello. Welcome. I think we're live. Alright. Well, some of you seem to have think this was a regular video. It is a live stream. We're just going to chat about Evangelion. Essentially, I did another one. I told myself I would stop doing Evangelion videos, but I made another one anyway. So here we are. It's also the best performing video of the last 10. So that's cool. What'd you guys think of it? The irony of it is it was different, but it was kind of what I've already covered. It was just in a new format with a little more information. Hello, Nicholas. How are you doing? Also, fair warning, I've been sick for the past 3 days, so I might not do full 2 hours today. Thank God I got a flu shot. I'm pretty sure I got the flu, and it only lasted, it's been 3 days. I'm on the up, which is better than usual. Usually, it is not that quick to get back from the flu. But yeah, I did it again. I did Evangelion again. This is the 4th time. I guess you could say that the two making sense videos kind of go together. So it's the 3rd time I've covered it, but yeah, it seems to do well regardless. It doesn't matter how many times I do it. Listen to it in loop. Wow, that good. Part of it's just how complex, but also have yet to find anyone who made such a clear, concise analysis. Okay. Yeah, what? So, the making sense stuff tends to be more analytical, where it's like, all right, we're going to go into the backstory, but we're also going to talk about the characters and their motivations and, like, analyze what the story's trying to say. But this one was just like, all right, you want to watch Evangelion and you don't know what the fuck happened, so here's what happened before the show begins, because that's really confusing. Some shows do that, where there's like, they put you in it, they don't give you any explanation, and they kind of just give you pieces along the journey. So some people get confused because they can't like keep track of all the pieces they're being told. So it's like, this video tells you every single thing that leads up to Shinji's little robot adventure. The NGA and AOT vids are your fave. I'm glad. I'm glad they are. Hello, average guy. You know, these live streams are fun, but don't feel like you have to be here. I'm glad you are, but I'm pretty sure I just shoot the shit with you for like 2 hours every time, and then go about my day, and you go about your day. Thank you, Rogelio. I am better now. Again, flu shot saved my life. I hadn't got a flu shot. I think it was last year. I just forgot. Maybe it was 2 years ago. And I got like super fucking sick with the flu twice, and it was just awful. I'm like, okay, I'm getting a flu shot from now on. Like, you paint-based punk. That was a tongue twister for the Euro. I appreciate it. Why am I not a sock? That's a great question. Let's see. You should totally make a large compilation video of all the lore. Well, it doesn't all fit together. That's the problem. The two making sense videos go together, but the lore video, you could kind of replace it with the first 10 minutes of the first making sense video. Because all I did differently was go into a little more detail, is how I'd say it. Honestly, for how well liked the Evangelion video is, the making sense of Evangelion, I feel like it's got some structure issues, because if I was to do it again, I would structure it differently. I kind of broke it up between angels, so it was like per episode, and then I'd have a piece every once in a while of like a character, you know, analysis bit, which is okay, but I think I could have done better looking back. Just a roundabout version of the backstory, even though we just piece it together. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's hard to understand. It's not an easy show. to understand. So I'm glad to help people. That's kind of how this channel started, just helping people understand different odd anime stories that, you know, don't explain themselves the most concise way. Thanks for streaming. No problem. I enjoy it. I like talking to you guys. It's a lot more fun than most of my days are spent sitting here editing, talking to absolutely no one for like a good 6 hours. I'll go out to eat lunch, and that's about my only human interaction with my roommate. So, you know, this is a lot more fun than what normal YouTube stuff is. Hope you don't stop enjoying making videos, because I enjoy watching them. Yeah, I don't think I will stop enjoying making videos. I don't see that in my future. So, no worries on that. I should continue for the foreseeable future. I'm here of my own free will, yeah. It's true. I'm not even wearing socks right now. I always get that. Some people ask me to do a sock check. It's just my foot right now. Ironically, I don't wear socks that often unless I'm going to put shoes on, which is a little ironic. If it was to be a sock, would it be long? I would do crew cut, 100%. I'm not a big fan of long socks. I wear them if I have like boots on or something, like if I'm going hiking, or if I need, yeah, like hiking, and so I don't get poison ivy or something. But normally I just wear crew cut. I also have these running socks for sneakers where they go under your ankle. They don't cover your ankle. So, yeah. My teacher also watched your video after finishing it. That's fucking crazy. Yeah, it's not an easy show to understand. No, I don't wear thigh high. I'm sorry. Hard to break it to you. I have big ass thighs. They wouldn't fit, is my assumption. I have no interest in wearing thigh high, but definitely wouldn't work either anyway. Oh, you want to know what's next? I think it's 2 weeks. There won't be a video this Saturday, but next Saturday. It's a shorter one, so don't get your excitement too high. But I found it interesting how people get infatuated with anime characters. So I did a video kind of explaining psychologically why people get really attached to anime characters. Like, in any way, affectionate or inaffectionate, whatever you want to take with that. So I kind of had two pieces to it. I had ones that was like more of an attraction thing, which is harder. It's a different style, more of an infatuation thing. So it's only like 12 minutes, I think. But next month there'll be 3 videos as well, and they're all longer. So this one just I wrote it and I was like, I think this is a good video. It's pretty short though, but I wanna put it out there. So that's what's coming up. Kind of hard to follow up the Evangelion one though. It's a 1 of 10. I don't know if you guys know what that means. It basically means it performed the best out of my last 10 videos. So that's hard to top. Found your account not long ago, but I watched almost all your Making Sense videos. Yeah, I'm glad you liked them. That is my bread and butter at this point. What I keep going back to, no matter what. Oh, you had your dad watch Evangelion? Yeah, that hospital scene. Kind of haunts the show, to be honest. Some people get so. I had a comment. I think it was a week ago. They got like upset because apparently they thought I was defending Shinji's actions in the hospital, while like saying Asuka had problems. But they thought I didn't say Shinji had problems. I was like, hold up, but let's backpedal. Like, Shinji fucking has issues. Like, that's undeniable. I don't know why they thought I didn't think that. Obviously, he fucking does. There will never be feet pics of me. I'm sure one day they'll escape onto the internet. I have ugly fucking feet though. I don't think you guys understand. I used to be a cross country runner, and then I started training for marathons when I got to college. So like my pinky toes don't really have toenails, and that's a bit fucking weird. It's hard to say. It's hard to make you understand what that looks like. And so yeah, it's better for everyone if those never get onto the internet. Well, okay, with the code Geass analysis stuff, I don't know if there's much left to do. I don't know. There's not much to talk about. What do you, if you had to make another analysis of code Geass, what would you want? Can you request a series to be covered? I have a list already, but you can request. I put them on the list if I think they're worthwhile. So, yeah, I mean, you guys, you can go on the Discord. You can say it here. It doesn't matter. But yeah, I put them on a list to go through. Look at what would make a good video. I have not read Vagabond yet. I keep getting told to. I want to do a video on it. Hopefully this year. I gotta do Goodnight Poon Poon first. That's my first like manga video that I want to do. That'll be probably in the summer at some point. I think August maybe. I don't know. It's hard to keep track of everything. I can show you my like list of shit is what I call it. It's what I got planned and everything. It's not the most orderly thing. It's just a list, and it's just got some estimated dates on it. And it's a long list. Some of these are never gonna come out. And then I have a calendar to kind of outline. So like right now, what's happening? I'm trying to do 3 videos a week. Or not a week, that's fucking crazy. I can't even do that. I'm trying to do 3 videos a month. So I'm trying to move to that. There was a time, like, it's been 2 videos a month, and there was a time where it was 1, because it was just, I was getting used to doing the making sense stuff, and it took a while to get used to, so. Is it weird to say I related to Shinji, Asuka, Misato, and Rei, or am I just depressed? No, that's normal. Yeah, I found myself relating to them. I don't necessarily go through what they did. I didn't do the hospital scene, that's for sure. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty easy. You know, you might just be a good empath, because I'm not. I have a problem. This is like just me. I can understand why people do things, but I don't understand why they would do it necessarily. So I try to understand it through like logic, but sometimes it's not driven by logic. That affects me more in the real world than anime. It doesn't really matter if I misunderstand an anime character. So I think your narration is to such a high quality. Have you considered doing any voice acting audiobook? Yeah. Well, I want to focus on YouTube, of course, but I would do those things if they ever like came up. The thing with voice acting is, at least here in America, I know it's like incredibly sought after. Like if you're going to try to do it yourself, it's better to have an agent that just finds you things. So I think in the future, I might consider it, like finding an agent who could just do that. Because trying to find it yourself is a nightmare. I've heard of people trying to find gigs by themselves, and it's a lot of effort and not always a good payoff. Hey Sock, just wanted to say, the way you explain stories is honestly addicting. I love watching your videos no matter the anime. Well, I'm glad to hear that. I got another Making Sense video cooking up. It's done. It comes out in March. It's Haibane Renmei. I saw some of you asking for it, I think last week. But it's been done for a while. It's just waiting to be released. Are there any ongoing manga or anime you've been keeping up with? I've been keeping up with anime, but this season's kind of like not very good. I think Solo Leveling is the only one I could actually recommend to somebody, like, go check this out. The other ones are just kind of okay that I'm watching. Durarara, that's on the list. So is Bakano. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Bakano's on the list as well. I'm planning to do da 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 this year. So yeah, I mean, I see Berserk here as well. Yeah, I plan to do that this year. That's Berserk's hard because it's like I know it has anticipation around it. I need to figure out what I want to do with it because I don't think like Berserk's not one of those shows where you need to understand what the fuck's happening, but it can help. So I could explain that, but I would want to do more with it. I don't know, maybe analyze the themes is probably the way I'll go about it. So I can't decide if I'm gonna call it making sense or if I'm gonna try to set it on a different series path. I don't know. I want to do a good Berserk video. I don't want to just regurgitate the plot or something. I've seen those on YouTube. There's like a guy that did, I think he did like an 18-hour basically narration of the story, which is pretty cool. I give him credit for that. Thanks for explaining Spiral Experiments Lane. It was really eye-opening. I also got someone else to watch it, and now they're subscribed. Well, thank you for getting people involved in the community. Yeah, I love Lane. That's one of my favorite making sense videos. I did a video on it like 2 years ago, and I wanted to revisit it and do it in that style because I felt like there was a lot more to explain and talk about. But that's still one of my favorite anime. It's just so good. There's not any more words for it. It's just an adventure. I would love a video exploring the thematic storytelling of Code Geass, maybe like symbolism. I feel like a lot of people overlook Code Geass past the surface. Yeah, I could do that. That's kind of what the Making Sense video did. It was supposed to explain the more like inner workings. But yeah, I've thought about making a video on the politics of Code Geass and get a little more into depth, which is kind of what Making Sense was doing. So if I was gonna go a route to kind of, I don't know, look at more symbolism, maybe a video comparing Code Geass's world to our current world, or what, you know, how that would work, the differences, what is similar, what's it trying to tell, because it is symbolizing parts of our world and how it could have ended up like that, or is on a course to end up like that, stuff like that. It's like the guy that George Orwell wrote in 1984. It's like, if we don't do something about this, things are gonna go bad. Would you do Gundam at any point? And if you would, what version would you do? I don't know. I'm not, like, I like Gundam, but I've never looked at it in a sense of what could I do with it for a video. Maybe. I don't know, you tell me. What's your favorite Gundam thing? And then I'll look into it. You got Boogie Pop Phantom on your list. Yep. That's basically the easiest thing to get through. It's just 10 to 12 episodes. There's also Boogie Pop and others, but I haven't gotten that one yet. Yeah, Boogie Pop's on the list. Yeah, Boogie Pop Phantom. Yeah. You can connect with the YouTuber Bandit Joe. He's also looking to do some voice acting. Well, I'm not looking for voice actors. He needs to find some dude that needs voice actors. But yeah, I mean, if he's interested in that, good for him. I wish him luck. It's not easy to do. Even like Sea-Dog VA, it's not like, you know, it's not easy to find voice acting roles. Though he has like a role in a game. It's one of those climbing games with the skater businessman. So I know he voiced acted in that, and I know he's done 1 or 2 dubs for an anime. Might have been 1. Do you like the Yotsuba manga? I haven't read that one. And do you like Sakamoto Days? I like the show, but it's not like very high up for me. I've never read the manga for Sakamoto Days. I think the anime is still kind of developing, so I haven't like decided how I feel about it yet. Right now, it's like a solid 7.5. It's a good shonen, but It's like the weekly shonen kind of feel to it right now. Loved your new vid on Evangelion. Glad you liked it. I hate to be that guy, but Chainsaw Man when? What would I do with Chainsaw Man? I don't know what I would talk about. How Denji's a horny motherfucker. that's half the story right there. Maybe I'll do something with Chainsaw Man eventually. It's not even done yet. I don't know. I'd have to think of something at least. Any anime recommendations after Hunter x Hunter? In that wheelhouse? Well, I don't know what you've seen, but if you liked Hunter x Hunter, I don't know. Fuck, I'm trying to get my list to here. So you liked Hunter x Hunter, right? Let's see. I guess FMA is a good one. Maybe JJK. I'd recommend JJK for a newer show. I wouldn't recommend Naruto. Maybe JoJo, but that's a completely different realm. That's like just going off that what's his name? Like Hisoka. It's like trying to like, you liked Hisoka, the weirdo of Hunter x Hunter. You'll like JoJo. Almighty Lolly. What a name. 23-hour Berserk video.
Oh no.
Do your analysis videos usually focus about narrative elements that are complex and not talked about rather than thematic and symbolic analysis? It's a mix. It really is. Sometimes it's just complex narratives. That's kind of what the making sense video is. But other times, like I did a video called Message of Welcome to the NHK. That was more about the symbolism and thematic, storytelling of the show. How it was about, hikikomori and why it happens and what's the lesson to take away and how do people get out of this, like lifestyle. So that one I didn't do anything with the narrative. I kind of just used it as a bridge point. So yeah, I mean, if I was to do Code Geass, like I said, the politics one would be kind of interesting. So I might, or just comparing it to how it relates to the real world. So I might do that. It's not confirmed, but I could do that. Thank you again for the Euro paint-based punk. Do you have any big projects you started and then dropped? No, I have this issue. Not an issue. I have this thing where, like, if I start something, I want to finish it. Even if I haven't felt in the middle of a project like this is terrible and not gonna go anywhere. Usually I finish it and release it. Because I feel like even if it's like I'm not confident it's the best work ever, I know that it's good and worthy of being released. I can just see how it does. So yeah. Oh, the new channel sponsor is Gamer Subs, which I'm drinking right now. This is my waifu cup they sent me. It's very nice. Yeah, I sponsored with them because, or I partnered with them because I've been drinking like I guess I call them coffee alternatives. That's my word for it. So like those like energy things, supplements. Probably 3 years, I think, since I got to college. So I've liked theirs a lot and reached out to them, and then we made a partnership. So I like the anime girl thigh flavor. It sounds really weird to say, but it's like kind of got this like tangerine zest flavor to it. So that's what I'm drinking now. But yeah, like you get 10% off using my code, and then I get like a revenue share. So that's the new sponsorship. It's kind of like a long-term one, so yeah, pretty cool. Can I do Golden Kamuy? Extremely underrated, a lot of themes. I don't even know if I know what that is. Clear JoJo character. Yeah, I'll look into this. I've never read this. An animated series. Came out in 2018. I didn't know that. It looks well received. Yeah, I'll look into that. That looks interesting. What am I doing, FNAF? That's a map pad thing. Leave that in game theory. I played, before I started doing this channel, I live streamed a lot. I played the entirety of the FNAF games. What I gathered from it is that they're okay. The lore is fucking, it's hard to follow. That deserves a making sense video, to be honest. Blue Box. Yeah, I've heard about this one. Yeah, one of my friends at college is watching this. Yotsuba was made by the same guy who made Azumanga Daioh. Okay. I got tabs open now, just to make sure I get all these down. Oh, I've seen this. I read this manga a little bit, because it's pretty easy to understand, especially if you're trying to learn Japanese. It's a pretty good one to start, if you want to read it in Japanese. I ordered a canister of Gamer Subs along with a bottle just because of the joke. Yeah. Did you like that integration? I tried. Somebody was like didn't like it because it was kind of like snuck in, but I thought it was a good intro to an ad instead of doing just like the ad wall is what I call it, when you like cue people like this is an ad. I wanted to like soft put it and to set up a joke, and I thought it was funny. I'm glad you agree. I'm glad you agree. But I do a video on Black Lagoon. I like Black Lagoon. I'm not against doing the video on it. I'd have to figure out what I want to talk about it. I'd like to start a series. You'll see it soon. I did a video on Domestic Girlfriend. It's done. It's scheduled to release in March. And it's just, I wanted to talk about it because I love that anime because it's so sleazy and soap opera-y. So it's a little more comedic of an approach for my videos. So if that does well, I could probably, you know, open up to just doing stuff I like. Like, I like this and I want to talk about it. But here it is. So if that one does well, yeah, I might do a video on Black Lagoon. I don't know what I would talk about, like, analytical wise. Black Lagoon's not a very serious show. OG Gundam span over several generations. I know that. I've seen the original, not the entire thing, but a couple episodes. You like Iron Blooded? Oh, no. I've seen Iron Blooded Orphans. There's a movie for them, right? Yeah, I've seen parts of this. There's definitely a movie, right? I might be making it up, but I think there's a movie. Or maybe I just saw some shit from it. I might get flamed for this, but Death Note wasn't quite as good after L died. No, I think everybody agrees with you. I think the general consensus is that the best part of Death Note is up till L dies, and then it kind of tails off. You just want to see the guy die at that point. That's the only reason it's continuing, because they're like, well, we can't let him win, right? We gotta have him die at some point. So they just continued and made up some other shit to, like, Nier. Nobody likes Nier. Nier is just the off-brand version of L. Nobody goes, my favorite character is Nier. I've never heard anyone say that. What's my major in college? Creative tech, which is made up. Sounds made up as shit, right? It's basically, I learn a lot of digital, like, creative applications, like Photoshop, Audition. I'm naming Adobe ones because that's what I use, but like, so using audio applications, Photoshop applications, editing, what are other ones? Like graphic design applications like Illustrator. I don't know if anyone uses InDesign. I hate that app. I'd rather just use Photoshop. I get why people like it, but it's just not, I don't use it enough. It's not going to be part of what I do. It's good for if you're like trying to make documents, I guess. like trying to print stuff for print. You're designing stuff for print, like a magazine. What does your girlfriend think about your YouTube as job? Well, she's my fiance now, and we're getting married. But yeah, she likes it. She makes jewelry, so we're both in like a creative-ish field. Yeah, she's always been supportive though. I've known her since I was like 15. I'm 22 now, almost 23, so she's seen my ups and downs, that's for sure. I'll need to grab your code from one of your videos. I'll grab a batch. Need a coffee alternative. It's not like Celsius. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of. My brother likes Celsius. I'm not a big fan of like the canned stuff. I like the powdered stuff, just because, you know, I put water in this in the morning and I put some scoops in, and then I'm like good for the day. And that's my like caffeine. I still like coffee, but I like there's different flavors and stuff. I also drink black coffee because I'm a weirdo, and I enjoy it. I actually do enjoy it, but yeah, sometimes I don't want something bitter, and I want something sweeter. What am I currently watching? I'll pull that up. A lot of stuff. I haven't read Climber. I want to. It's on my list too. I've heard it's really good. I think I'm gonna like it. Love a lore of Rebuild. I've heard that. I'm taking note of that because it does seem like a good idea to kind of explain the connection between the two series. So yeah, lore of Rebuild is definitely on my list of. Yeah, it's like I'm basically. So I made the making sense videos of the two, and now I'm doing lore videos to kind of make a less lengthy explanation, I guess is how I would put it. But yeah, I want to explain how they're connected. That's kind of what the lore one will be. I don't know if I'll call it lore. I might say the explanation or something. I don't know. I got to think of a title. What happened? What did I miss? You didn't miss much, Turtles. Ryan Viz is releasing a new edition of the Climber. Okay, that's interesting. Okay. Is it that old? I thought it was 90s it came out, the manga. Black Lagoon might seem unserious, but there's not as many jokes and goofy moments as you might think. I rewatched it recently, found some episodes to have depressing sad moments. Well, it's a seinen, it's for sure. It's gonna have its like Cowboy Bebop moments, is how I'd call them. I think those two shows have kind of similar beats to them. So I guess maybe I could do a like thematic video on it. Thank you for the correct. I just got to this. Thank you for the congratulations. Yeah, we've been engaged for a year. By the way, planning a wedding is so fucking lengthy. There's so many steps to it. Yeah, but I guess it'll all be worth it in the end. Do you take notes while watching anime? I do. It's not like great note taking. What I do is I open a Google Doc. I think I probably have one I could show you. It ends up turning into the script. But so these are like my script stuff. And I'll open them. This is for the Sunny Boy video that I'm doing. And I'll take like notes of each episode, and then it'll kind of transform into like a longer thing. It's you know, there's a thing to say, like, creatives aren't always the most organized people, and I think I'm pretty organized, but I'm really not. I have like this chaotic organization, and it works for me, but it would probably not make sense to other people. They'd be like, what the fuck is all this? Why is it like this? Like, I have folders upon folders of stuff, and I have them labeled weirdly. Like, when I have my music, I have them labeled by vibes, what I feel like, oh, this is a contemplation folder. That doesn't really make sense to other people necessarily. So yeah, that's how I organize my music. I can't lie, overall this has probably been the worst day of my life. And it's my 16th birthday. Oh shit. So thanks, because this has been the highlight of my day. Well, I'm glad this can be your highlight. I'm sorry to hear you're having a bad day. Just always remember, it gets better. It always has to. I haven't heard about green blood. I'm looking it up now. Okay, apparently that's a medical condition. I did not know that. Look at this. It's a rare condition due to several factors. Sulfur in the blood. Bile pigment. That seems really deadly. Oh, it looks fucking sick. What in the world? Is that a minigun? Alright, I'm interested. You got me. I'll look into that later. Going through these gamer stuff flares, these designs are wild. Oh, yeah. Yeah, if you live with your parents, maybe don't have them open the box. That might be for the best. They did, so I've known about them since I was in high school from the Misfits. And let me show you. The ones I remember, because they've done some rebranding, are like this. They look like this one, you know? They just have the kind of background. But then they started putting like anime girls on it like that. That's a lot more extreme of a look. But hey, I can't complain, I guess. About to oh, Cow Tongue Harry. I forgot you worked in the mines. You told me about that once, so I sent you that shirt from that thing. Well, good luck in the mines. What are you mining actually? I'm curious. One of my friends that go to college here, he's a geologist. He worked in the mines over the summer as well, but he was like, he worked with the miners, and he basically oversaw what they were doing, kind of like helped them figure out where they should be mining, which is interesting. Oh, no. It's a completely different realm than what I am. But he was telling me about it when I was in Texas camping one night, and he was telling me about there was like some incident that his first day on his like internship, he got to the mines and some dude got his like finger blown off or something crazy, and he's like, holy shit, this is quite the introduction to the mine life. Do I drink tea? And if you do you go the British route and add milk? I don't. My girlfriend or my fiance likes milk and cookies in her tea. I have loose leaf tea, and I have this like canister thing that holds it, and I put it in the hot water. It's really good. You know, the worked with minors thing sounds bad out of context, and hopefully that doesn't get clipped. But I mean, you know, it's worse to talk about at this point. The people that work in the mines, is that what we have to call them now? The people that work, he worked with the people that work in the mines that are over the age. They are yeah, mine workers. That's a good word. Are you going DJ or band? Leaning towards DJ. Whoa, what is that? I don't know what that means. Would I rather be a DJ or band? Maybe I'd go band if I had to choose. You're a definite organizer. I throw all music in liked playlist. Oh, hey. Yeah. That's kind of how my Apple Music is, which is what I use to listen to stuff. My music for videos is organized. But yeah, I'm not as organized outside of my work. Did I see the state of play? I did not. You clipped the minor part. Thank you, Rogelio. I'm just gonna hope that goes under the radar. I'm gonna have to. It never gets talked about. Play some bass. I can't. Look. So last year, I played a bass a lot. I would play it almost every night. This past year, I have not been keeping up with my bass playing. I don't remember how to do anything besides scales, and I could maybe play one song. But I have to fish. This is my excuse. I'd have to fish my amp that is under my bed right now. That is somewhere lost to time. There's a lot of stuff under there right now. Maybe next time. Oh, for the wedding, what would I choose? We're going DJ. A band's kind of expensive and they can't play as much. Also, where we're at, there's not many bands, sadly. I would love to see more live music, but there's just not that many bands around us. So, kind of sucks. The anime girl drinks promo in the vid really threw me off. It was funny as fuck. Yeah, I found it ironic that I'm doing like a serious video and it cuts away to like get gamer subs. We got anime girl thigh. Shinji loves titty milk. That's the name of one of the flavors. I thought it was funny. I thought it was a good, I guess change of pace for a minute before it went like dark again, because it's kind of a dark backstory. But yeah, I'm gonna try to put a little integration into one video a month, and so right now I've kind of put them into more lighthearted videos. So yeah. Children yearn for the mines. By the way, have you guys seen the Minecraft trailer with Jack Black? They use that line. I didn't know if they knew what they were doing when they did that, like they knew that was a meme or not. Also, it looked very AI generated, and I'm not sure if that's true, but allegedly, that's from my mouth. I think that it could be a little AI generated. That movie looks a bit off right now, in my opinion. Okay, so we gotta call them deep earth harvesters. That's the new word for mine workers, people who work in the mines. You could call yourself a creative organizer. That's not bad. That's what I'll use when people ask me what I do for a living. I feel like this is ironic. Some people ask me multiple times what I do for a living. I'm like, I think I've already told you, but they obviously didn't understand it and they want me to explain it again. So you get used to it. It's a really hard thing to explain. It's like, yeah, I make videos on the internet about creative products from Japan, and people love them. People like to watch my videos. A DJ can play that anime soundtrack. I don't know if I'm playing anime stuff at the wedding. I would like to play like the Pelos, which is a Japanese rock band, but I'm probably gonna get vetoed because like I'm the only one really into anime. My fiance likes it, but like of our family, like the older people that are all gonna be there, none of them know what anime is. None of them really like have any connection to Japan besides a small portion of my dad's family. That's it. So maybe I could get away with one. Maybe I'll push for one song. Could come by and play bass the whole day for your wedding. Just bass. Bass solos go hard though. I do appreciate them. Still think the pain arc is still the best arc in all of Naruto. I have considered doing a video just of the pain arc. I wanted to talk specifically about the pain arc and just do an episode or just a video about the story of Pain and all of his themes and analyze the character. I'm considering doing that. I think it was in the summer. That is my favorite part of Naruto. I don't think there's anything that comes close. That is definitely the best part. What do I think about horror movies? Good ones are good. A majority of horror movies are shit. That's how I see it. There's shit that is fun to watch though. Not all of them. I hate the ones. So like I like Saw 1, which is more of a thriller. But then every Saw after, they're just like, let's throw as much gore at the wall as possible. And it's not even fun anymore. It's just like unnecessarily violent. And trying to make you sick just for the hell of it. So I don't really like those. But I do like, I don't know if you guys have seen Get Out or Us. I think those are both good. It's by Peele. Or is it Key? It's one of the Key and Peele guys. So those are really good. I like horror movies that have more to say besides, look, we got gore on the screen. Monsters, gore everywhere. I don't really like those. Would you do other shows like Invincible, The Boys? Maybe. I've read Invincible. I haven't watched the show, and I've watched some of The Boys, and I thought it was okay. It wasn't bad at all. But yeah. Basically, I record myself talking about these Japanese anime shows and get sponsored by GamerSubs titty milk to get by. Yeah, that's a way to put it. Whatever pays the rent, you know? What can I say? The titty milk tastes good. I also don't clip that. Play the cruel angel thesis at the wedding. You know? That might work. One of my cousins loves Evangelion. It was his first anime when he was younger. I think he watched it probably before he went to Japan, or maybe he did watch it in Japan. I'm trying to think of when it came out and where you would have been. I should check out Kagura Bachi. Never heard of that one. Interesting. I see a Giga video came up. That's like the first thing. Alright, sick. Is that an anime? They made an anime version? Is that any good? Hopefully. It just came out actually. It says 2023 it started. Damn. Clip that. Okay, Jordan Peele, yeah, he did Get Out. Yeah, it's a really good movie. Although I love Naruto, I feel like it's lost this way as soon as it went from hard work and determination is what you need to succeed to it be more about birthright and nepotism. I think you're on the right track a bit. Well, it's like he was shit, even though he had the 9 tails in him. I think he was always shit. If you mean Boruto, I agree with you. That was just shit. I hate that. I hate that show. But I think they vaguely kept it. I mean, obviously, he was born with this power, but it wasn't by will. It wasn't by his desire. And he was also shit. It didn't really make him better, per se. He had to actively work to try to control what he had. I mean, Sasuke's story is more about birthright and him trying to fight what he's supposed to be, what people think he should be. Like, and he's got a very conflicting side. It's like what his father thought, what his brother thought, what the village thinks he should be. He's a bit of a nepo in the sense. I don't think you can call either a nepo because they weren't given anything because of their parents. Their parents are really powerful, or in Sasuke's case, his brother, but they never really got handed anything because of their parents or their families. Like Naruto obviously didn't get the job of Hokage from his daddy. He didn't just get handed the role. You thought about analyzing video games? I've considered it. I've thought about Omori. And I think Serial Experiments Lane is a good entry point to figure out if it's interesting. Because that game has some more lore to Serial Experiments Lane. So I've thought about streaming that on Twitch, playing through the game. It's like a PlayStation game. And then making a video about it. So I think I might go that route. I don't know when though. Maybe this summer. I don't know. I need some free time, basically. I'm almost done with school, so this is my last semester. What would Shinji's rank be in Jerk? I saw the Jerkmate rank thing. It was fucking. The Emerald Edger was my favorite. That was my absolute favorite. That was I don't know. They were pretty. Oh, no. The copper something. I don't forget what copper was. The Golden Gooner was also good. I don't know. It was a pretty good meme. I wonder why they didn't. They should have waited till April Fools to announce that. Sensei Recently watched the video Making Sense of Monster. Man, that video was a masterpiece. Yeah. I'm glad you appreciate it because it took a ton of fucking effort. I never watched Monster before making it. So right before writing the script, I watched all 75 episodes in the span of, I think it was 4 days. So it was like 15 episodes or more a day. It was it was hard. I literally, all I did all day, watch Monster. I was the monster. The monster was us. Uncle loves Saw and makes me watch it with him every few weeks. Damn, that's a lot. I've rewatched the whole saga many times. I've been desensitized. Yeah, you do get desensitized. Yeah, it doesn't like bother me on like a icky level, like oh no gore. It's more of just like it's like come on man, can't we do something a little more like interesting than like just like the buckets of blood they throw. No human bleeds as much as they make them sometimes. That's one of my pet peeves in horror movies, when they get like attacked or something and there's just so much blood. There's just not that much blood in a human body. It's just completely unimmersed me, and it gets me, I don't know, irked. Yeah, this I am saying things that have clipped out of context. Yeah, spicy. Like you could say I'm clip farming, except I don't post clips. I have watched Hereditary. It is good. Yeah, Hereditary is one of those, in my opinion, it's in between. It's not like trying to speak on something as hard. It is speaking on something, but like Get Out is less focused on being horror-ish. It's just the concept itself is kind of horror involved, versus Hereditary is like, it feels like a standard horror movie, but then it has more to it, and it's just a really well-made movie. So yeah. Did I watch the Palt Labor movie? No, I don't even know what that is. Palt Labor. Oh shit, there it is. No, I haven't seen this. Created by Headgear. 2 police officers must stop a computer virus from ruining crime-fighting robots. Interesting. I'll look into it. I think if Omodi is pretty good start. Yeah, I think Omodi is good. I don't know when I'll do Omodi. Basically because this channel's still budding in my eyes. It's not, I don't know when to do a shift, you know, in what I'm making. One video won't hurt anything. So I think Omodi is enough related to what I already talked about that it wouldn't really matter. So I probably will do it. The Bronze Beater, thank you. That's what it was. That was pretty good. Grandmaster Bader. What's the OST you use at the start of your Ego Proxy video? I don't know. I could look. Might take me a while. It was a Epidemic Sound song. I don't use OST because it gets copyrighted a lot. So I have like a subscription to Epidemic Sound, and I use their music. That's what the subscription's for. When will we get a Vinland Saga analysis? Actually, pretty soon. I can give you a date real quick. It won't be entirely accurate, but you'll get it around then. Vinland Saga. Like in the fall. Somewhere in here, I know. Yeah. August is what I have right now. It might come it might come earlier, it might come later. Yeah, I can give you the name of the Ergo song. I just have to open up the file. Actually, I don't think I can. It doesn't always save. So yeah, it's not here anymore. Yeah, I'm sorry. If I ever use it again, let me know. Then I can tell you what it is. I have no enemies. Hey Sock, love your channel. First time I caught you live. Yeah, well, welcome. I do this every Wednesday. We just chat, and that's pretty much all there is to it. Same director as Ghost in the Shell movie, Angel's Egg. Oh, really? He did these? I didn't know that. I'm even more interested now. I know he did Jinro, which I want to watch and do a video on. Yeah, I'm doing a video on Ghost in the Shell soon too. Talk about their messaging. When's the new do not watch this? I don't know if I'm gonna do another one. The second one didn't perform as well as the first, which isn't bad. That's usually what happens when you do sequels. I bet I could find more anime. Yeah. The second one, I think some people didn't agree with some of the things I put on there, like Keijo. I think it belongs on there. You're not gonna recommend anyone watch Keijo unless you hate them. Yeah, but the first one was like I found the most vile anime I could. The second one had some vile anime, but it had some I just thought these are so ridiculous and wrong that you wouldn't tell anybody to watch these. It's like an anti watch list. I remember my friend made a funny clip dubbing over JJK, but it got shot down by copyright. You know, other people just post fallen clips of JK. Yeah, I wonder what got copyrighted. It might have been the music. It might have been the clip's length. I don't know. The first one did have the dog. See, the first one's iconic at this point because I remember finding that dog anime and I was like confused how this could be a thing. I don't know how you greenlight that. I don't know how you get people to greenlight that. There's just some things about humanity and about Japan that baffle me to this day, and that is one of them. Especially the interview that I found of the guy in the dog costume. I was left in I just couldn't speak. I have that on my computer still. I have the video saved because I used it to edit with. So it will. I'm keeping that shit. I don't know if one day it might get wiped from the internet. I will post it. I will repost it. I'll make sure that thing stays up. I just don't have any words for it. It's a weird show. Like I showed a little bit of it. It's weird. You ever do a do not watch this anime, please add Kite. I regret watching that anime. Kite anime. Alright. Doesn't look bad on the surface, but usually that's not the best sign if it's bad. Yeah, I have Ghost in the Shell. I bought it on Blu-ray to watch it. I have Akira as well. I'll probably do a video on that. Just saw your Monogatari analysis, very well made. I'm glad you liked it. I'm glad you're watching them. That series is my favorite, so I was happy to do a video on them. They're together. That's like almost 4 hours. It's kind of crazy. We show wedding photos when your wedding happens. Yeah. I have some friends that are videographers, so I'm gonna pay them a little bit of money to like record it, and then my fiance wanted like a video of the wedding, so I have to edit that together. I'll probably post it on my second channel, just so like other people can access it, and you guys are welcome to look at it as well. It was definitely the music from what the system told me we were dubbing over. Okay, yeah. Yeah, music's weird. You gotta be careful of it. That is, are you strong because you're Gojo? Yeah. I don't remember what song they're using during there. So if you watch Ghost Stories dub, I may or may not send you. If I watch a dub clip, a cent, are you willing to take that risk? That's for 1 penny. That's a lot of risk, depending on what scene I choose. There's some fucking horrendous ones. You talking about the bunny one? Are you talking about the part where he's running on the track? Are you talking about them talking to the kid? Are you talking about the teacher and her just absolutely lustful words half the time, like in the intercom? I gotta hit a Billy Bounce on my way. What is Billy Bounce? I.
Release the hounds.
Puppy monkey baby.
This thing. I don't know if you noticed, but I'm white and I probably can't pull off that dance move. In that way, I am a stereotypical white guy. I can't dance very well. Yes, I remember the days of Boku no Pico. I remember the joke of throwing that around to new people. Yeah, you won't find that one on the list because at that point it's just not anime anymore. That is hentai. A short review of the Japan World Cup. I didn't watch it. When did it happen? This happened. Let's see. It ended, what, December? Yeah. No. Yeah, not a big soccer watcher as an American. Maybe if I had an area that like was actually into soccer. Here they just watch football. American football. Can't find your second channel? It's in the description. It's called, you just put @sock 2.0. That's the best way to find it. I don't post there often, so I don't think it gets pushed as much by YouTube. Have you seen Monogatari off in Monster Season? No, because I've been putting it off. And I know I'm going to love it. But I've been putting it off for now. Will you be looking forward to the Elden Ring DLC? I think you mean Shadow Rain, which is like their spin-off, I guess is what they're calling it. The co-op thing. I'm excited for it. I don't think it's going to be good as their other games, because I'm pretty sure it's not them making the game. His name Miyazaki, right? It's not Miyazaki. It's close to it though. Anyway, the guy that usually makes the games, I'm pretty sure he gave it like his blessing, but I don't think he made it himself, because he's working on whatever he's gonna do next. But yeah, they wanted to make a co-op focused. I mean, the fucking Nameless King's in it. It's like a multiverse. It's like the Dark Souls multiverse game. They've watched too much Marvel movies. Someone asked what I was watching earlier. How come I don't have socks for my merch? I'd have to find someone to make me socks, and I don't. What? Let's think about this here. What would I specifically do with a sock that would make it different? I could just sell you guys socks, but I feel like that's kind of shitty of me. I'd have to think of something to do with the socks. I feel like just putting like my logo is not enough. It's like I'm Nike. I'm better than Nike. I'm put my logo on this. It's my sock now. You'll buy these socks. All right, I'm watching Sakamoto, this romance, Solo Leveling, Zenshu, 100 Girlfriends, and this romance. The romances are mediocre. They're about what you expect. Sakamoto's okay. 100 Girlfriends is fucking weird, and I love it. Zenshu is okay. I think it could be better though. And Solo Leveling is top tier. I think it's gonna be 10 out of 10 for me. This season is so fucking good. And this I'm watching. I have a video plan. It's called the Anime Basketball Trinity, and it is the 3 biggest anime basketball shows. It's really the only ones. The other shows that are anime basketball are just not good. There's a big fall off after these 3. So it's Slam Dunk, Kuroko's Basketball, and Ahiro no Sora. And they're all pretty good. They kind of have the same feel to them. they have a little bit different different styles, but yeah, I want to talk about them all, how they're related, how they, you know, kind of bridged off each other because when each one came out, stuff like that. I think there's a lot to kind of pick apart. And I think it's gonna be a good video. So that'll probably be in April, or no, May. I think it's in May. I'll do that video. I haven't even started scripting for it yet. Sell them as premium hand puppets. You know, that's a good way to. I'll sell you a box of socks. I'll charge you $50, and I'll call them hand puppets. You're right. Pre-worn tube socks? Are you? That's a great idea. Worn by the sensei himself. That's why there's a surcharge on them. You know, that I bought them for $5. You'll buy them for $20. So obviously, you know, you don't buy a pair together. You buy them singles. I remember seeing a short of you explaining how to watch Kizumonogatari legally, and you saying you were broke because of the necessity of oh yeah, Genshin. Why? That was a joke. I don't play Genshin. I have played Genshin. If you want to know what gacha game has me locked in, and I think I've only spent $10 on the game. I did an ad for it in the Steins Gate video. It's Lychee City. It's the mahjong game that I did an ad for. I love that game. It's got a lot of waifus in it, like anime women. But I'm a big mahjong player, so it kind of crossed two of my neurons and got me involved. I played it a couple weeks ago and I got lucky. So you get, you know, free gacha rolls just from playing the game, and you obviously don't get like a lot. You get you know, like a good amount. So it came a time where I had some gacha rolls, and I go, okay, I'm gonna go into the shop, roll a gacha, and there was this like new character that they released, and they have it on like you can put your ticket in here to try to get them. I'm like, okay, first ticket, bam, got the new skin. I was like, this is the best day ever. Then I proceeded to lose at mahjong for the next hour, but it was a good time. It was a good time. I hope we get an adaptation of JoJo's Steel Ball Run. They're definitely gonna do a Steel Ball Run anime. I don't see them stopping the JoJo train. I have watched the first Slam Dunk. It is like the Slam Dunk anime is good, but the first Slam Dunk, that's a 10 out of 10. That is everything you could hope for in a basketball anime, in a movie, and it was just really good. Yeah, and it especially hits when you watch the whole series because you know the characters. You can watch it without that and still be good, but if you know the characters, it is just so much more impactful. I've read the Soul Leveling manga, and it's just better. Yeah, it just gets better. It's a power fantasy, man. It's hard to not like power fantasies. They hit that chromosome in us all, or the neuron. I guess chromosome's a bad word for it. Definitely your neurons, your dopamine neurons. I personally don't get the hate of MHA. It's pretty good. It's just the fandom should be exiled to North Korea. That's a good way to put it too. Yeah, the reason I put off watching MHA, I know a little bit about it because I've watched other people watching it, so I just catch like a few odd episodes. It looks like a fine show. I just have put it off because the fans, some like the fanatics is what I'll call them, because it's not the fans. Like, you might like the show, but you have to be a fanatic to be doing what they're doing. Yeah, they're just weird. I've read some fanfic, like MHA fanfic. It is fucking grotesque. I think there's a short out there on my channel of me reading it. it is very they do it detailed over in the MHA fan base. You gotta make a joke with, yeah, you know, Shinji's sock under his bed, found under his bed. That'd be a good joke. I've not played Goddess of Victory. Have you seen Katangatari? No. Simple, easy story? Simple story? That's kind of what that means. Interesting. No, I haven't seen this. That's it. No, I'll look into it. I've done a video on Technolize. You can find it. It's on the channel. It's actually pretty new. It came out in December. Yeah, I love that show. It was really good. Obviously, it had its like problems, I guess, but it's really fucking good. Technolize is amazing. Yeah. My head out. All right, Asian Skull. See you later, dude. Hello, just randomly. All right, guys. I gotta go to the bathroom. This caffeine is getting to me. I'll be right back. I watched your Technolize video before sleeping. I'm glad I'm like everybody's nighttime YouTuber. Oh, your voice is so soothing. I go to sleep to it. I'm like a book narrator at this point. How good's my Japanese? It's livable. Like I could live there and be fine. I couldn't have emotionally involved conversations is usually where I'm lost. She watched almost all your rebuild video. Quite confusing, but I'd love to see a new version from you, like the NGE video. Maybe inspired by some. Yeah. I plan to do one because I've been getting a lot of messages saying people want me to. So yeah, I'll do one explaining kind of like where it bridges in. Is how I put it. Not katana. Oh, okay. Katana gatari. Yeah, I see it now. You're my dinner time entertainment. Yeah, we have a joke here. We call it tube time. You can't eat dinner without some tube time. Sock Sensei ASMR. I will not be participating. Have you guys? That reminds me. There's like an anime short thing. This thing. I gotta show you. I found this one day. And I was baffled this is real. Hopefully it's not. Yeah, it's alright. It's basically this guy gets reincarnated as like those ASMR microphone heads. It's crazy. I don't know why this exists, but it does. I watched a couple episodes because it's like 3-minute episodes. I'm pretty sure there's like an OVA online. That's it. But yeah, so if you're ever looking for something fucking strange, that's strange. We need a 12-hour Fate analysis. Yeah, some people, I'm pretty sure it was like actual Fate fans, like the fanatic Fate fans, which they're very protective of their what is it? Story? Yeah, the thing with Fate when I did it was what I wanted to do was kind of different than what some other people wanted, which is fine, because everyone's entitled to their own opinion. I wanted to do a video kind of explaining the universe and how everything's tied together, because that's what people find confusing. The story itself aren't very confusing in Fate. You watch it and you're like, okay, I understand. But the thing that always confused me, at least when I was starting, was how are these characters connected? How are they connected to what universe? What the fuck's going on here? Like, I didn't know which ones were tied to which. And then, like, I was confused at first until you realize it's a visual novel. Why, like, it's Heaven's Feel, Blade Works, and just Fate Stay Night. are connected. I didn't understand that. I was like, oh, okay, there are 3 separate universes, 3 potential endings. So I explained that, and some people were confused. I didn't put Grand Order in there because it's a game. I didn't think about tying it in because I was thinking about the anime. But yeah, and it's a gacha game, so I was like, it's more like lore, but it's like in its own universe, so it's not really connected to this bigger picture. But I guess I should have included that. It's kind of a miss in my oversight. But yeah, I could totally do a 12-hour video on that shit because it's lengthy. Who's up socking their sensei? That was like a dad joke. New Sonic racing game looks like shit. Well, Sonic's never been a good, Mario Karter. Really not an area he needs to get into. But what the fuck don't they make an anime about? Yeah, you got a point there. Somebody was recommending this one, was like, take off your panties or something. That was like the name of the show. And I felt bad because I knew what it was. And I don't remember why. I don't remember when I saw it. I just remember I knew what it was. And that's when I knew I had a problem. I've seen the vending machine one where he's reincarnated as a vending machine. Recently watched an anime about Roman bathhouse architect time traveling into the future and just being amazed by modern bathhouses in Japan. Travels back to Rome, builds Japanese like bathhouse. That is a very complex thought. How do you come to making a show about that kind of stuff? It's like just throwing shit at a wall at that point. It's the whole dartboard analogy everybody makes with anime creators, where like they throw 2 darts at a wall, it lands on 2 things, and they combine them. What's the most uncomfortable thing you've ever watched, anime wise? Have I watched or read? I've just watched Fate. I haven't done any of the other Type Moon stuff. Some people said I should, but I just haven't. It's a lot. All right, average guy. I will tell you, at least recently, the most uncomfortable I've ever felt is watching Kiss X Sis. Kiss Sis. We'll just say that, because forget the X. Fuck the X. I've dropped that show. I thought it was gonna be like Domestic Girlfriend, because it's recommended under Domestic Girlfriend. If you go to Domestic Girlfriend, I gotta show you. I gotta validate myself here. You're on Domestic Girlfriend, it's here, and you're like, oh, it must be like these other shows, like a soap opera. It is not. It is not like it. It's a lot worse. I didn't know what to think. It's a bit weird for me because I'm 22 and they're pretty young, and I was like, I can't do this. I bowed out. I bowed my head. Every head must bow. Every head must yield. And this is I couldn't do it. And apparently Joey, the anime man, this is one of his favorite shows. I couldn't do it. I don't know how he got through it. It's barely anime at that point. Some of the episodes that I saw. That was one of the most uncomfortable I felt. I don't usually get uncomfortable, and it's not like I was like super uncomfortable. I was just like, this is a lot. What's another one I felt that way? Let's see here. Pupa. I don't even know how to say it. This one, yeah, fucking weird. Yeah, the dog one. This is Wounded Man. I actually enjoyed it. It was fucked up. It had too many like actual crimes being committed in it that were not treated as crimes for me to be like, this is a good show. But it was like an 80s movie that is way out of time. It is way out of touch with reality. Not kidding. Off topic, but do you plan to make a video going over the philosophy of Code Geass or something? Yeah, I've thought about it. I think it'd be interesting to do a philosophy comparison between Suzaku and Lelouch. Because most people throw Suzaku under the bus immediately, saying he's like a prick and he's an asshole because he's going against the main character. That's usually why people don't like him. I don't like his philosophy personally, but he does have a point. He has a point to make. He's valid in certain ways, in what he's doing. So I think people dismiss him too easily. I did a video on just Suzaku, but I want to do one where a newer one, because I feel like I can make better videos now, comparing both of their philosophies and why they intersect. Because they both want a shared goal, which is interesting, and it kind of makes their dynamic interesting. But the way they want to go about it is completely different, and that's mostly because of their different experiences growing up and what they've seen and what they've done. So, yeah, that's the coolest dynamic in the show. That's my favorite part of it. That and just the overall, like, political structure of the world. It's pretty interesting. I miss 2000 era shonen anime. Konjiki no Ga. I've never heard of this one. You guys are putting me on some interesting shit. This looks interesting. That is some very 2000 art style. Their show is called Trash Taste for a reason. Yeah. Connor's obsessed with JoJo, which isn't a bad show. I don't know what Garnt's obsessed with. I know Joey likes Kiss Sis. First anime that disturbed me was a High School DxD. That's crazy to watch it. I don't know, 15's about the age I watched it. Yeah, I have a video on DxD coming out. I think I've said this before. It's my April Fool's joke this year. I made a story video where it's just the story. I've omitted everything else, all the ecchi shit. It's not present at all. And so it's kind of like a double-edged sword April Fool's joke. If you know the DxD, you go in, you're like, this is missing. If you don't know DxD, you watch that video, you don't even know that there's ecchi shit involved. And then you go watch the show. And then you get in like 5 minutes in, there's like a Rhea Scrimmery shower scene. And you're like, what the fuck? He wasn't talking about this. I thought it was just a shonen with a dude that's the Red Dragon Emperor. So, that is my joke this year. I hope it gets people. It's kind of a cruel joke if you think about it, if it hits the wrong. Hopefully everybody, has hit puberty by now. Garnt is depraved even more than Joey. Well, his wife has some interesting taste, so. Just arrived home, what did I miss? Not much, just discussion. I throw in a suggestion, a Trigun analysis. Which one? The original? Because I'd be down for that. I've heard the new one's not bad, but I just don't like CGI anime. It's just not my thing. Placed further than the universe. That's another good one. I just have tabs upon tabs open right now just to keep track of all these. Oh, it looks interesting. I think I've heard about that one before. Got a great ramen recipe. Write down. 3 packs of Shin ramen. Add 2 eggs. Yeah, cook up any meat. Add seaweed, protein, mozzarella, cheese, and butter. That sounds good. Here's my recipe. This is what I do. It's called Buddha ramen, I think. Buddha ramen. Budak ramen. It's this guy. All right, you get packs of this. You get however many you want. You put chicken stock. Don't use water. Chicken stock as the broth. You throw it in there as it's boiling to cook the noodles. And then while it's cooking, you want to make a protein. Maybe pork. Pork chops are pretty good. Or yeah, I think pork chops. You put those, you sear them. You put sake, Worcestershire sauce, and soy sauce on them. You also season them before you cook them. Salt, pepper, paprika. So then, yeah, you cook those, you sear them, and then when the ramen's done, you throw 3 eggs into the broth, kind of give it a more creamy texture, and you stir that. Make sure it's not too hot so the eggs don't cook. Make sure they just stay as like yolky, and then you eat that, and you put chives on the top. I think I'm missing something. I don't know. Boil some eggs, maybe. That's what I do. You put the hot sauce that comes with the budak stuff, and they got some flakes as well. Those are good. Sesame seeds. That's how you make some good ramen. Be sure Jury's the one that also likes Clanad. Clanad's good. An udon fan. Udon's pretty good. I don't know. I think I like ramen more. I made udon though too. The noodles they got a different texture. It's refreshing is what I'd say. What's my opinion on Star Fox? I haven't played it since I was a kid. I used to play the N64 version. You're wrong, paint-based punk. I have played Star Fox. But yeah, I haven't played it for years. I tried okay. I tried regular in 2 times, but I'll try this out. Sounds good. Use 10 packs in case it's good. Do you ever consider a Western anime inspired animation like Pantheon, Blue Eye Samurai, or Avatar? Yeah, but I don't know what to talk about with those. Avatar's pretty concise. Oh, Team Godzilla. But yeah, I don't have anything against like Western animation. Overall, it's worse just because of where we're at with entertainment here. Obviously, it's motivated by money in Japan too, but it's really hard to get like projects that take risk to be greenlit here. A lot harder. But yeah. I think I drag about Clan as the first season. Yeah, but it sets you up for a great second season. That's why I like Clan. Yeah, I mean, you gotta like slice of life. There's no way for you to get through it if you don't like slice of life. Nintendo Land needs to come to Switch or Switch 2 with online play. Truly underrated game on Wii. I vaguely remember Nintendo Land. I think my friend had it. I don't think I've ever owned that. Uncle Eeyore. I mean, yeah, he's a vibe of a character. He's spitting philosophy and shit at you. Yeah, I guess you could do character videos. The thing is, I haven't done character videos forever. Everybody does love Uncle Eeyore. I'm not even saying the name right. The last time I watched Avatar, guys, I was probably 10. That was 12 years ago. France did anime? That's interesting. I don't know if anything they made was good. That's always a problem. It's always nice to see how they were able to mostly adapt all of the other routes beyond just the main. Yeah, for Clanad, yeah, they had those OVAs. Some of them were really good, like the endings. I enjoyed them. I think one of them pissed me off. I don't remember which one. Just because I was like, no, I don't like this girl. I have not watched Summertime Rendering. I think it's on my list though. Like to watch. Yeah, no, I haven't watched this. It looks interesting. I'll give it a try. Ero. Like, okay. Ero. I'll remember that. Alright, guys. What time is it? 6:30? I've not watched Edge Runners. I know it's good. That's the issue. I put it off because I know it's good. My throat hurts. I'm gonna go take some cold medicine. Hopefully it helps me feel better. No video this Saturday, but next Saturday will be. Taking there'll be 3 videos a month now, just so you know. So yeah, there'll be like a month off or a day off, a week off every once in a while. I will be live again on Monday on Twitch. This week we played Chained Together. Obviously, that's not a fad anymore, but we've never played it, so it was a good time. My roommate and I. We also lost all our progress that we made, so we had to start from square one. But yeah, I'll be doing that Monday on Twitch. I'll be live again here on Wednesday, and we'll just do this shit again. Chatting about anime and life and whatever else, wherever the wind takes us. Iroh. Okay. Iroh. Uncle Iroh. That sounds about right, yeah. Super Bowl's alright. I'm glad the Phillies won. Take care and get healthy. Yeah, I'll probably be better tomorrow when I wake up. I'm pretty sure I'll recover fully tomorrow. Yeah, I'll be fine by Monday. Oh, Leaf. Yeah, you were there. You watched this fail. Take your time on anime. I like your take on anime. It's so philosophical. Yeah, that's the goal. Yeah, I'd like to imply that into the stories. Pronounce the I. Okay. Iroh, yeah. Take care, stay healthy. There you go. I feel like a proud father. Philly became a shithole. Yeah, dude, they do that every time they win or lose. It doesn't really matter. They just want a reason to get in the streets. All right, guys. Have a great week. Enjoy. Glad you guys liked the Evangelion video. There'll be more. The rebuild video that's on the list. It'll probably come out maybe a couple months from now. I think I'll speedrun that. Or not speedrun it. What is it? I'll do it faster than normal. It's been moved up. It's put on express. That's the word I'm looking for. Yeah. All right. See you guys all later.